Ilana Myers-Taylor, born Ilana Alessandra Myers, October 10, 1984, is an American Olympic bobsledder and world champion who has competed since 2007. Born in Oceanside, California, Myers-Taylor was raised in Douglasville, Georgia and is a graduate of the George Washington University, where she was a member of the softball team. Career Myers-Taylor won the silver in the bobsled two-woman event with Shauna Robach at the 2009 FIBT World Championships in Lake Placid, New York. She was named to the U.S. team for the 2010 Winter Olympics on January 16, 2010. On February 24, 2010, Myers-Taylor along with Erin Pack won the bronze medal at the 2010 Winter Olympic Games. Their first run has a time of 53.28. Their second run has a time of 53.05. Their third run has a time of 53.29. Their fourth run has a time of 53.78 for a total of 3 minutes 33 seconds and 40 milliseconds, a difference of plus 1.12 from first place. In 2010, Ilana Myers-Taylor received a grant from the Women's Sports Foundation, WSF, Travel and Training Fund, and another in 2013. She went on to serve on the WSF Advisory Board and eventually served as their president in 2019. Myers-Taylor and brakewoman Katie Eberling placed second at the 2013 FIBT World Championships in Street, Moritz. On February 19, 2014, Myers-Taylor along with Lauren Williams won the silver medal at the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Their first run has a time of 57.26, a track record. Their second run has a time of 57.63. Their third run has a time of 57.69. Their fourth run has a time of 58.13 for a total of 3 minutes 50 seconds and 71 milliseconds, a difference of plus 0.10 from first place, just edged out by rival Canada 1, piloted by Kaylee Humphries and braked by Heather Moyse. In April 2014, she took part in 2014 China Women's Sevens with United States Women's National Rugby Union Team, Sevens. In September 2014, the Fédération Internationale de Bobsleigh et de Tobogganing announced it would allow mixed-gender crews to compete in four-man bobsleigh. On the 8th of November, Myers-Taylor led a four-man crew to third place in the U.S. trials, securing a place to compete for the U.S. national team, despite only having 4 days training in a four-man sled. On November 15, 2014, Myers and Kaylee Humphries of Canada became the first women to compete against men in an international four-man bobsleigh competition, in the season-opening North American Cup race in Park City, Utah. Myers-Taylor piloted her mixed team's sled to a 7th-place finish, Humphries piloted hers to 6th. In February 2015, Myers-Taylor and pusher Sherelle Garrett beat 3 German crews to win the first World Championship title in women's bobsled for the United States. This also made Myers-Taylor the first U.S. bobsled driver, either male or female, in 56 years to win a world's title on a non-North American track. In February 2018, Myers-Taylor and pusher Lauren Gibbs won a silver medal in the two-woman bobsleigh event at the 2018 Winter Olympics. Myers-Taylor was chosen as a flag bearer for the 2022 U.S. Olympic team, but was unable to attend the opening ceremony due to testing positive for COVID-19 and was replaced by Brittany Bowie, who served on her behalf. Personal life: Ilana Myers-Taylor was born in Oceanside, California but grew up in Douglasville, Georgia with her family. Her father was a professional football player. Myers-Taylor attended George Washington University on a scholarship for softball. George Washington University later presented Taylor with an honorary doctorate degree. After failing to make the U.S. Olympic softball team, she tried bobsledding at the suggestion of her parents. Myers-Taylor married coach and fellow Olympic bobsledder Nick Taylor in April 2014. Ilana Myers-Taylor gave birth to her son, Nico, in 2020, at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. Nico was born with Down syndrome. Myers-Taylor is a Christian. She has said, "One of the big reasons I was put in bobsled is to help people not only reach their goals, but come to Christ. God put me here for a specific reason and I don't think it's just to win medals. At the end of the day, I'm in this sport to glorify God, so if that means I come in last place or I win the gold medal, that's what I'm going to do." Activism and overcoming adversity. In January 2014, Ilana Myers-Taylor suffered a concussion while racing in Königssee, Germany. Just 4 days after the initial incident, Taylor was cleared to compete again, and within a month, had won a world championship title. However, during a 2-month-long internship with the International Olympic Committee in Switzerland, Myers-Taylor's symptoms returned. In November 2014, she took another hit to her head and was not fully cleared to compete and practice again until mid-December of that year. In 2018, Myers-Taylor announced she would be donating her brain to concussion research as a way to help and empower future female athletes. Myers has also suffered and come back from a torn Achilles. In November 2014, Myers-Taylor made history in becoming the first woman to win a medal in a men's event part of an international competition. Not only was she one of the first women to compete in a mixed-gender four-man race, she did so with her husband Nick Taylor as her brakeman. In a 2018 U.S. Olympic Committee press release, Elana Myers-Taylor spoke out about her drive to advocate for female athletes and females, writing that as a woman of Team USA she has a responsibility to fight for equality for those who can't. She loves the responsibility. In January 2019, Elana Myers-Taylor began her term as president of the Women's Sports Foundation due to her passion and advocacy work for female athletes. On June 26, 2020, Elana Myers-Taylor called attention to the racism she has faced throughout her athletic career, and specifically in her bobsledding career, in an article published by Team USA. She details an incident in which an Olympic coach of another country's team made multiple racist statements, both general and specific to Elana Myers-Taylor. Taylor's article also explained that one of the fastest sled manufacturers in the world refuses to sell to black bobsledders. Elana's article resulted in the creation of a task force by the International Bobsled and Skeleton Federation with the purpose of investigating these incidents. Additionally, Myers-Taylor announced she was creating a workshop in order for others to share and spread their experiences facing racism in order to expose the biases that often lead to racist incidents and to teach alternative behaviors that do not cause discrimination. References: Upperton wins second race of the season. International Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation. December 12, 2008. U.S. Women's Bobsled 2010 Olympic Team announced. U.S. Bobsled and Skeleton Federation. January 16, 2010. Archived from the original on February 18, 2011. Retrieved January 18, 2010. External links: official website Elana Myers at the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, Elana Myers at the International Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation.